Hi. So this is a practical section of the post-construction, and it's essential you understand that there is initial, and also we have the rough cleaning, yeah, and we have the final cleaning. So what we're doing here today is actually, can you see that the place is rough? So when they are saying rough cleaning, it simply means that everywhere is still under, as a, they're still working. So I'm sure you can see a lot of people still working here. So we have people still working on site. So it's rough. Yeah. Now, when the clients call you that they want an initial cleaning, if they want an initial cleaning, they've not even started building. So maybe this building is not there and everything is still upside down. So they just want to make sure that you assist them so that they can clean everywhere, so that the place can be properly cleaned. So, but what you're doing now, what we're doing here now, we are doing a final clean. We've been here before for initial, we've been here also for the rough clean. So what we are doing now is we're actually doing the rough clean and the final clean together. So it's actually possible also for the client to call you that you come and do rough and the final clean together. So can you see all the rubbles here now? So these rubbles now, you need to ask your clients, you understand? Immediately ask them, are you the one that is going to be taking out these rubbles away? It's essential that you ask, because if you are the one, that means you need to what? You have to like look for who is going to do that, and you need to charge. And that means you need to get a truck that will come and do this. And if you're in any state, like if you're in Lagos State, you can't just pack rubbles and go and dump anywhere. It's against the law if you're in Lagos State. So you need to understand that all this when you come to post-construction. So when you are coming in and you want to give your pricing to your clients, you are checking everywhere. Ask your clients. Like the floor here, this is the outside. Can you see the outside here? You need to ask, what kind of floor are they going to have? Are they going to like be having, are they going to have interlocking? So if they're having interlocking, now you need to now charge for your interlocking, because you need to now do pressure wash of that interlocking. So come with me, let's see. So can you see that they started painting? Now they're already painting. Now this painting that they are doing here now, you now need to be looking at the windows. The windows, they can actually put a lot of paint there. And if they put paint, you have to remove all the paint. Now, when you come in, you want to know, how can I be able to charge? So you need to count. So when you come in, you start counting all the windows. So we have windows now, 1, 2, 3, yeah, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, yeah. These are the 8 big windows. These are the large windows, yeah, for the hall. And we have those small windows, 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are for the toilets. So those are the things that you need to now start counting. How many windows? Because you are going to be looking at what you are going to be using for the windows. What are the things, consumables you are going to be using for the windows? Now, for your window, use your neutral cleaner. Your simple neutral cleaner is what you should use for your window. Yeah, that is for your post-construction, and of course your scraper. Use your scraper. You're going to have your squeegee, yeah, and of course you're going to have also your microfiber that you're going to be using here. So let's just walk through. So you're going to be charging them. So you're looking at that. You're looking at the doors, because you need to charge based on what you can see outside. Now, can you see that they have Aluco board? So that's Aluco board on top. So now the Aluco board, so you need to ask the client, do you need us to pressure wash the Aluco board? That's very important. Should we pressure wash the Aluco board? Because if you are the one, like this particular center, we are the ones that will be cleaning it. So that means we are the ones, so that means we need to be looking at this, that we need to make sure that we pressure wash the Aluco board when it's dirty. Yeah, so you need to look at that also, because you need to check also with it. So, and you check everywhere. Everywhere. You need to check everywhere. You need to clean things. Now, you need to clean all the ACs. All the ACs need to clean. Now, your doors. So these are the doors. So like your doors now, all these doors have to be done properly. Yeah? Your doors need to be done properly. Now, you have to make sure that you remove all these labels. So a lot of us always forget these labels. Please remove these labels. If you don't remove the label, later on it's going to be very difficult to remove. And that's going to be a big one. So we have to remove all these labels. Now, on Saturday, as we're going to be showing how we are removing all the labels. It's very easy. Your neutral cleaner also. Use your neutral cleaner and foam. Use it, on top of it. It will be easy for you to now be removing it. It's going to be easy for you to remove. So you need to charge, when you are charging your windows, you need to charge for the windows. Now, you don't need to come inside this place. This is your floor. So now this is a hall. Now the hall that you're looking at, you need to now look at, how can I charge for this hall? So normally you have to now do a measurement. So you need to measure the hall. You measure the space. The first thing you always ask your client, how many square footage is this whole property? It's going to help us. So you ask your client how many square footage it is. If they tell you the total square footage, so that you'll be able to know the chemicals, as in the number of chemicals that you're going to, how many kegs of chemical you'll be using. So like this floor now, yeah, we have already, as I told, like this floor, you need to like measure these floors. So you measure the floor when you come for your walkthrough. You measure the floor. Now, this particular tiles that you're looking at, you understand, is a vitrified tile. Now, we are going to be doing this floor also. So we are going to be doing restorating. So remember in the class, I spoke about restorating. So we are going to be restoring this floor. It's not maintenance now, we are restoring this floor because can you see we have a lot of stains, we have POPs on the floor, we have cement on the floor. So we are going to be doing restorating. And how do you calculate? You do measurements. When you measure this whole square footage, now you now look at the total square footage of this floor. If it is, for example, 2,000 square footage, you can now buy, if you are buying your stripper, for example, your stripper says 400 square footage, we make 4 liters. So it's easy. So if your polish, for example, is 65,000 for 4 liters, so it simply means that my 4 liters is 65,000 naira. This total square footage here, let's, for example, is 1,000 square feet. And they told me that I'm going to be using 400 for 4 liters. So it simply means I'll be using 2.5, more or less, because for this whole place, to strip this whole place. So it means I'll be using, because 400 times 2 is 800, yeah? And we have extra 200 what? Remaining. So it simply means if I buy 2.5 or 3, to be on the safe side, I'll be what? I'll be using to strip this floor conveniently. So that's the way you'll be able to measure. So you are writing that down. So that's why you must measure the place. If you measure the place, you will know how much chemical you are going to be using. The same thing with your neutral cleaner. I was telling our Jan head yesterday, I said we need to start measuring. And the reason why we measure is because sometimes staff can be naughty. Next thing they'll start taking equipment, they start taking chemicals. But when you measure, you'll be able to control all these things because we know how much chemical you can use for a particular site. So I told him, I said, come, the neutral cleaner you have to be measuring. The neutral cleaner that we are using, for example, you use 250 ml for 10 liters. 250 ml, you use it for 10 liters. Can you imagine? Just 250 ml, we make a 10 liters. So for this whole place, if I want to scrub this place, if I'm using a 20 liters, that means I'm only using 500 ml, and I use it to scrub this whole entire surface. You understand? So that's the way you look at how to measure and how to be able to cost, because you are not be costing everything. Because you're using your neutral cleaner to clean everywhere. So you need to cost for your neutral cleaner how much it's going to be. The labor that you're going to be using, you need to cost for your labor. How many people are you going to be using for this site? So for normally, if you are doing this site, if you are doing this floor now, we need 3 people to be able to do this floor. Now you need 1 person to be on the scrubber. You need another 1 person, yeah, that will be applying the polish. And you need another 1 person that will be applying the stripper. So I need 3 people to be able to work. So 3 people will work on this site, on this particular room very well, and it will come out very well. Now, I need people that will work on the windows, proper people, that are well trained that work on the windows. Because the windows are not many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They are not many. So I need just 2 people, and I'll be able to do a very good job for this particular space. How many days am I going to use? So it's all dependent on your clients. How many have they even finished? Like this particular side, they've not finished. So we can't even say, like, for example, so we already told them that, yeah, in another 3 days, at least this place will be able to use this place. So those are the things you need to be looking at when you are doing your costing. So post-construction is quite easy. You understand? But it is the people that are doing it that is going to make it easy. And if you know your chemicals very well, if you have the right chemicals, post-construction is going to be very easy. But you need more people to be able to do post-construction than residential, because you are going to have a lot of jobs. And the first thing that you do when you get to the site is to remove the dust. So they've already swept the whole place. Remove the dust as much as possible. Either with a local broom, either with a vacuum, remove the dust. And sometimes you need to take a generator. We brought a generator to this place. So you need to take a generator. So this is all when it comes to the walkthrough. What I've done today is I've done a walkthrough for you. I've done what you're going to look at also when you are doing your costing, for your clients, which we are going to be saying also in class. So this will give you a very good understanding of post-construction. So see you in class next time. Thank you.